Yeah, rest in peace to DMX and shout out to Trippie Red for making good music. And yeah, let's get into it, yo. So this time I was with my friends and we were driving and we were probably all smacked, all smoking that good lie, that good loud. Back in 2018, 2017, was smoking loud. And so it's this young kid. I ain't gonna snitch, but it's this young kid and he driving and I pop out the car. I start walking. We were with all my friends, but I pop out on my dolly, like by myself. So I step out, I start walking, and we don't even know where we're going. So I'm already walking, like just in the middle of nowhere. Don't got like the iPhone 12 didn't. There was no iPhone 12 Pro. You know, I just had a little prepaid phone. I remember I didn't even know. Like it was middle of the night, late at night. I think like the cops was chasing us, and or the young kid, he was like off the Zans, so he wasn't good to drive. So then obviously me, being the bigger man, stepped out of the whip, and I kept walking by myself to go home. And mind you, we pretty deep. We like in a different town over. So the cop pop out. He's like, "Let me see your hands." And I tell him like, "Oh, why are you pulling me over? Is it because I'm Mexican or something?" And he's like, "That's it." And he got aggressive and he's like, "Empty your pockets." So I emptied my pockets and he found a little bit of weed. He found like a little bottle of weed. And he gets in his car, he does his paperwork, and he gets out and I don't get in trouble, he lets me go. But then this next time I'm walking in my neighborhood and I see these white kids, they hanging out with my Spanish friend. And so I see the bike, it's on the sidewalk, it's a BMX, it's nice, it's expensive. They young, younger than me, and I'm only like 17. I'm still skinny. So I get the bike. Because that's what I used to do back in the day when I was 17, 16. I used to go around taking people's bikes. I don't know why that was just the thing to do, was just take people's bikes. So I definitely messed up with this one. So it's a BMX bike pilot worth like $1,000. It was so nice. So my silly self drove past the elementary school, I guess, looking for my homies. And as I'm like just kind of joyriding on the bike, like brand new bike, about to slide everywhere with this. I look to my back and I see the cops, the Jakes, the ops, NYPD. They pop out. They like, yo, 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 wait right there. You're under arrest for petty larceny. And I said, what I do? I said, this is my bike. And they said, nah, nah, nah. We just got a call that you just committed petty larceny to these kids over here on da 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 avenue. And then I'm like, so how did you catch me? They're like, well, we checked the cameras and we saw you riding past the school. And my homies was in the back of the school. So that's where I was gonna link up with them and play basketball. But then plans kind of changed because there was cops in front of the school looking for me because the kid that I robbed, his mom called the cops on me to get his bike back. And I would never do that. Would never do it to somebody else. Like, you should always keep your stuff locked up. And they kind of just let me go because I didn't have no ID, no nothing. They let me go. They told me, like, look, you can get 3 years of jail for this. So they didn't give me no ticket, no nothing. Boom. I look for the homies left. And that just goes to show you that even though you can ride with a bunch of homies, that when something hits the fan, they're not gonna be there for you. And like I feel like going to jail is really gonna show you who's family and who's not. Like who's your real friend and who's not. And it's gonna show you that you don't got no friends. These streets don't love you. They don't. I've been chased. I've been chased before with a bat, a machete. I've been. I've been. I've been. I've been chased before too. I've been chased by cops trying to pull me over because I'm speeding. But there's nothing better than taking someone's bike and knowing that their bike is worth a lot of money, like expensive DMX bike. And that's just like the best feeling in the world. I don't know whoever could relate. And not being charged, like just kind of just okay, fine. You gotta get the bike back. And then I met with the mom. The mom comes back and she's like, "Oh, um, what are you doing? Like that's my son's bike. Like you can't be touching my son's bike." And I told her, I'm like, well, first off, you shouldn't be sending your kids to the wrong neighborhood. Like this is the hood. Obviously, you're not hood. This is my neighborhood. Like this is my hood. I do what I want. And I guess whatever now I gotta date that those people like my friends that was hanging out with X, Y, and Z, I guess they don't like me no more. I guess because I did it in front of them, like I did it in front of their face so that they can see that I was really like robbing people. I was really yapping people's bikes because I didn't have no money, didn't have a job. I didn't like I was bored. I was just trying to show off for my friends. Like I was flossing for my big homies. But at the end of the day, like now I kinda got like a reputation, like and I don't know, it's kinda like the energy that you put out into the world is the energy you're gonna get back. Because I say this because how come every time I walk outside, no one puts their bike out in the front no more? But how come when I was in the streets and I didn't have nowhere to stay and I was homeless, I didn't have nothing to eat, how come people had their bikes just laying on the ground or in the front of the house? Why? 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 I don't know. It's probably because now that they see that I actually got courage to to kind of like go on their property and take their stuff. Now I feel like they kind of just like have their stuff locked up because they know that I'm really gonna take their stuff. So now they keep it inside and they keep it locked up because they know someone like me can come back around again and take it. And and my stuff has been stolen too. And you don't see me going to the cops like this person stole my bike. Then you shouldn't have an expensive bike in the hood. It's like that simple. But subscribe for more. Leave a like and comment.